And on your back, knees bent, hips are resting on the floor, shoulders resting on the floor. Reach your arms straight up and then your knees straight over your hips. So you can feel how this is similar to what we did on hands and knees, right? Just upside down. Stay here for a moment. Breathe. And then we'll stretch the leg out first. I'm going to take the one that's nearer to the screen, my left leg, by moving the heel away from me, stretching the leg out. So I don't want to take it so low that I really have a major increase in my back arch. I don't know if you can see, but my back arch way up doing that. I only want to take it out enough that I have a little bit of space in my lower back, but my lower ribs stay toward the floor. And then if I can maintain that, I can add the opposite arm. Again, any amount. It doesn't have to come all the way down to the floor. That might not feel so great on the shoulder. Maybe about here. And then exhale, come back through center. Take the opposite leg out long. Make sure that you can keep the back of the hips, back of the bottom ribs snuggled toward the floor. Opposite arm can come out. Come back up. Who knew you were going to get a little bonus core work? Okay, same, back to the first side. This time we're going to try to do it simultaneously. Breathe here. So don't hold your breath, keep breathing. Even if I say inhale and exhale, if we're holding a pose, you still breathe in the pose. Exhale back through center. And then one more time. Plus I have to breathe because my breath is getting a little more labored here. Breathe. Exhale through center. Okay, and you can release your arms, release your legs down. So place your feet so that they're pretty much either foot is in front of either sits bone. There's a little bit of width between your legs, although you might like them wider or closer, and that's fine too. Again, allowing our body to flow with the breath. We'll do a little bit of a pelvic curl, and then we'll add more of a flowing bridge movement. So for a pelvic curl, as you inhale, you will push the tailbone in the floor and exaggerate that back arch. So if you can see, my back's arching away from the floor. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, push the back ribs and the back, so you're removing that curve. We're flattening the curve here. And do that a few more times. Inhale, overarching. Exhale, tuck. So it's really mainly just your pelvis that's moving. Your pelvis is going in one direction with the breath, and then the other. And settle back to a more neutral position. Reach your arms up, straight up like they were when our knees were up. Inhale, come to the back arch. And next time as you exhale, begin to curve your back, push into your feet, start to lift your hips, send your arms up and overhead. Hold for a moment, pushing into your feet, lifting your hips, sending your knees in the opposite direction. Exhale, hands come back down. They can come all the way down to the mat. You can take that little arch. And as you inhale, tuck. Continue the tuck as you start to move into your feet. Reach and scoop your arms overhead. Take a breath here. And exhale. And release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, push into your feet. Reach up and overhead. Take a breath here. And next, exhale. Lower. Gradually on your back. Come all the way down. All right, you can roll to one side. So the last thing we're going to do is going to be a little sideways flow, a little twisting flow. I love how this feels on my spine. We're not using any props for this practice, but you can always prop up anything that needs to be more soft. So you can prop up under your knees or under your feet for this practice. And we're going to lie on our side to start. So come with both knees bent as if they were seated in a chair, lying all the way down on your side, and then your hands will stack on top of each other. So we always take a moment to be where we are, be here in this new position. As we inhale, take your top fingers, crawl them a little bit further away from you, so you're kind of pulling the shoulder blades apart. And as you exhale, begin to slide that hand along the other one, all the way across your body, and then open your arms into a T position. So your torso will be face up, your bottom, both hands will be faced up, your shoulder that's opposite your knees is moving back toward the floor. On your next inhale, raise that arm back up, or you can crawl it across your chest. Walk it forward a little bit. Exhale, slide it along your body. Open up into your twist. You can take a moment to hold here. Next inhale, this time I'm going to do it rainbowing the arm overhead, reaching back out to the opposite hand. One more inhale or exhale, however it feels good to move with your breath. Open up wide. Feel your body resting in this twist. Think about being long in the torso, so the hip that's in the air, send it down toward your feet, not toward your feet diagonally, but just down in the direction of your spine so that this side isn't crunched up. And moving with your breath, come back, lying on your side. Now you can just flip over here so you can take everything over to the other side. I'm going to turn so that I stay facing you. So bend your knees, your side body is on the ground, your hands are stacked, and you can adjust the bending of your knees. So you might draw them a little bit more up toward your chest. Maybe they're down a little bit lower. Maybe they're even a little bit more staggered. That's fine as long as it feels good in your hips, feels good in your knees. You can have a cushion or a pillow between them. So that's what I said about gathering your props, even though we're not using any props today. Once you feel comfortable in the side lying position, breathe in, crawl your fingertips out a little bit further. And then exhale, do the rainbow this time over the head, opening up. Oh, and this is the part that feels so nice on my body as I move the spine. And you can adjust. I'm wiggling a little bit to adjust, sending the shoulder blade of the opposite arm even a little bit more back toward the ground. Finding a position where I can rest for a moment. And then next breath, again, I'll rainbow the arm overhead, sending it back toward the other hand. Inhale, reach the shoulder blades apart, and then arm comes up and over. Your head can look straight up. If you have more mobility in your neck, maybe you look away. Maybe again you have a small pillow under your head. Exhale, reach back, and we'll do one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slide your hand either overhead or across your body. Breathe here a moment. And then exhale, return to side lying.